आपका मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल जिसका नाम है श्रीवी। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है वो नस्य के समय के आदि लक्षण ऐसे ही चल रहा है, तो उसी के आगे हम बढ़ रहे हैं। समय के लक्षण में ऊर्ध्व एवं शिर में लघुता आना, इंद्रियों का निर्मल होना तथा स्वतः की विशुद्धि होना। स्नेहित नस्य है कि क्या है कि शिर में लघुता होना, सुखपूर्वक निद्रा आना एवं जागना, विकारों का शमन होना, इंद्रियों की शुद्धि होना तथा मन में सुख की प्राप्ति होना। शिरोविरेचन के शुद्ध लक्षण है कि सिर में लघुता, स्रोतस शुद्धि होना, व्याधि की शांति, मन की एवं प्रसन्नता तथा शरीर की शुद्धि होना। अयोग लक्षण गले में कफ का उपलेप होना, सिर में गुरुता तथा बार बार थूकना। स्नेहिक नस्य वात वैगुण्य, इंद्रियों में रुक्षता, रोगों का शांत ना होना और इसमें पुनः नस्य कराना। शिरोविरेचन है कंडू उपदेह, सिर में गुरुता, स्रोतस में कफ का स्त्राव होना। इसके बाद अति योग के लक्षण है कि सिर, नेत्र, संक प्रदेश एवं कान में वेदना तथा चुभने सी वेदना एवं आंसुओं में सामने अंधेरा देखना। इसके बाद स्नेहिक नस्य कफ प्रसेक, सिर में भारीपन, इंद्रियों में विभ्रम होना, इसमें रुक्ष उपचार चाहिए। इसके बाद है अतिविरेचन के लक्षण कि मस्तुलंग का बाहर निकलना, वात वृद्धि, इंद्रियों में विभ्रम, सिर में शून्यता होना। नस्य व्याप्त एवं प्रतिकार कारण है हीन मात्रा में, अतिमात्रा, अतिशीत, अतिउष्ण, सहसा प्रधानन, अति प्रबलतिवत, शीर्षा उच्चतम, विचलित, भोजन उपरांत एवं निषिद्ध अवस्था में नस्य से तृष्णा, उद्गार आदि दोषों, क्लेश और दोष छह जन विकार उत्पन्न होते हैं। इसके अतिरिक्त नस्य देते समय सिर हिलाने वाले, बोलने, क्रोध करने, छींकने तथा हंसने से खांस, शुक्लदिशा, शिरो रोग, नेत्र रोग आदि व्यापद उत्पन्न होते हैं। द्विविध व्यापद दोष, क्लेश जन्य विकार, शमन शोधन चिकित्सा, दोष क्षय जन विकार ग्रहण चिकित्सा। स्नेहिक नस्य के अतियोग में रुक्ष उपचार करना चाहिए और अयोग में पुनः नस्य का प्रयोग करना चाहिए। शिरोविरेचन से हीन या अतिशुद्धि होने पर कफ एवं वातनाशक उपचार करना चाहिए तथा सम्यक शुद्धि होने पर घृत का नस्य देना चाहिए। शिरोविरेचन के अतियोग होने पर तर्पण कारक मृदु द्रव्य जो भोजन देना चाहिए तथा सिर प्रदेश में स्नेहन करना चाहिए। अयोग होने पर स्नेहन करने के बाद तीक्ष्ण विरेचन देना चाहिए। अजीर्ण, भुक्ता पित्त पै स्नान, नव प्रतिशय्या, दुर्दिन, स्नेहपान, अनुवासन के बाद स्नेहन नस्य देने से बहुत से श्लेष्म विकार उत्पन्न हो जाते हैं। इनमें तीक्ष्ण, उष्ण तथा कफनाशक सभी विधियों का प्रयोग करते हैं। क्षाम, विरक्त, गर्भिणी, व्याकुल, तृष्णा में पीड़ित में रुक्ष नस्य देने पर वात प्रकोपित होना, अन्य प्रकार के वातज रोग उत्पन्न करती है। इसमें वातनाशक, सर्वविधि, स्नेहन, ग्रहण तथा स्वेदन आदि विधि का प्रयोग करें। विशेषकर गर्भिणी को नस्य देने पर वातज रोग में जाए तो विशेषता घृत क्षीर का प्रयोग करें। ज्वर, शोक, विकताप, मंदबी में नस्य प्रयोग करने से तिमिर उत्पन्न हो जाता है। इनमें रुक्ष, शीत, अंजन प्रयोग, लेपन, फुटपाक का प्रयोग करना चाहिए। पश्चात कर्म है क्या कि धूम्रपान, कवल ग्रह, गंडुष धारण, भोजन आदि व्यवस्था। अंजन करने के उत्क्लेश, वात कफ की शांति, नस्य से उत्कृष्ट वात कफ की शांति, कवल से उत्कृष्ट वात कफ की शांति, धूमपान से और धूमपान से उत्कृष्ट वात कफ की शांति। क्रम से अंजन, नस्य, कवल एवं धूमपान को जीतना चाहिए। धूम्रपान नस्य क्रिया के स्वेदन करने से उत्कृष्ट कफ स्नेहन नस्य देने से स्नेह के शीत गुण के कारण वह कफ पुनः सिर में जम जाता है। वह जमा हुआ कफ कर्ण, मन्या, गलादि स्थानों में अनेक प्रकार के रोग उत्पन्न करता है। अतः कफ को नष्ट करने वाला धूम्रपान का प्रयोग करना चाहिए। नस्य के उपरांत पुनः रोगी के गला, कपोल आदि का स्वेदन करके धूम्रपान का प्रयोग करना चाहिए। धूम पीने के बाद हितकर आहार से निवात स्थान एवं उष्ण स्नान में निवास तथा इंद्रियों को वश में रखना चाहिए। स्वरस, चूर्ण, कलका आदि का नस्य देने से कफ नहीं जमता, अतः धूम्रपान की अवस्था नहीं पड़ती। कवल, गंडुष धारण, शेष, वात कफ दोनों की शांति हेतु एवं पुनः दोष प्रकोपित न हो पाए, इस हेतु कवल अथवा गंडुष का प्रयोग करना चाहिए। रोगी को उत्कोष्णोदक का गंडुष धारण करना चाहिए, इससे कफ आदि निकल जाता है, मुख शुद्धि होती है। कंठ शुद्धि हेतु कोश का उष्ण जल से कवल ग्रह करे। भोजन आदि व्यवस्था, शिरोविरेचन किए हुए पुरुष को आलस्य रहित होकर उष्णोदक पिलाएं तथा वात, पित्त, कफ दोषों के विरुद्ध जो आहार न हो ऐसे हितान एवं लघु आहार का सेवन कराएं तथा निवात स्थान में रखे हुए अभिषेंदी आहार का सेवन कराना चाहिए। विभ्रम से पीड़ित होने पर यवानशाली चावल, मुद्ददात्री, दाड़िम, सेंधव का सेवन कराएं। परिहार विषय: हितकर आहार विहार, निवात स्थान में निवास, उष्णाहार विहार, इंद्रियों में वश में रखना, दोष प्रकोपक आहार, शीतल जल से सेवन, स्नान का त्याग, आचार का विधिवत पालन, धूम्र धूप, स्नेह, मद्य द्रव पान, शिर स्नान, अतियान सेवन, क्रोध आदि का परित्याग करना अथवा स्नेह अध्याय में बताए गए आचार का पालन करना तथा अति द्रवापान का त्याग करें। नस्कार मुक्ता: नासा में दी गई औषधि सूक्ष्म स्रोतों द्वारा संघाटक प्रदेश में पहुंचकर एवं संपूर्ण शरीर में व्याप्त होकर नेत्र, श्रोत, कंठ आदि अंगों की शिराओं के मुखों में व्याप्त होने पर ऊर्ध्व जत्रुगत विकार उत्पादक समस्त दोषों को मस्तिष्क में से आकर्षित कर वैसे ही अत्यंत शीघ्र बाहर निकाल देती है जैसे मूंज से उसके सीख को खींचकर बाहर निकाल दिया करती है। मॉडर्न एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ नस्य: पूर्व कर्म, प्री प्रोसीजरल मेजर. Importance of पूर्व कर्म in नस्य कर्म is to facilitate for the drug absorption through the nasal neuron and the paranasal sinus. In this, the repeated pani, tapa, swed, fomentations of the rubbing of palm causes an impact on the blood circulation to head. The vasodilator action over the superficial surface of the face facilitates for the drug absorption. The second aspect of the purv karma, the posture giving during the nas karma, has its relevance in the two ways. It creates the openness in the channel of the nasal cavity and the narrow pharynx. The drug administration reaches the upper part of the nasal cavity and stimulates the olfactory neuron. Pradhan karma, the main procedural measure where the actual drug is administered, should remain for the temporary possession of the drug in the nasal cavity. The provision created by the purva karma help in the pradhan karma so that the drug has a greater chance of absorption in the air sinuses, as well as providing sufficient time for the stimulating olfactory neurons. During this explanation, classical has been mentioned. One is more structure, the Shiro-Upghat Marv, anatomical area where an association of the Grand means nasal, Akshi visual, Shrot auditory, and the Jribha lingual. Serous nerve and vessels are present. Acharya Charak says that the Snehan Pradhan Nasya Navan drug, lipid processed herbal drug get absorbed in the Shiro-Upghat Shrangatak region. Lipid soluble drugs are much more efficiently absorbed by nasal mucosa. Paschat karm, post procedural measures. The absorption of the drug is also facilitated by the panchkarma followed during the procedure. This starts with mardan oil massage over the frontal, temporal, maxillary, maxilloid and the neck region. After administration of the drug, when the drug reaches the distal end of their way, the patient is asked for the Nishchitvan Kriya, sitting out of the medicine. The medicine should reach out on the both sides of the throat, otherwise the drug absorption does not occur in the seras properly. The drug used for the navan mershnas names of different types of nasal drug administration is processed with the snehapak vidhivitil mrudupak attains. This also have the relevancy in the facilitation in the stimulation as well as the absorptions of the drug. To achieve the rapid diffusion through the nasal mucosa, the lipid soluble drug are the preferred where the mucosal cilia are lithophilic in action. In human, a small particle of size 0.5 to 1 mu micrometer tend to deposit in nasopharyngeal part, so the particle become finer than mentioned above or undergoing mridu pak, which may facilitate the drug absorption at the level of nasopharynx. The duration of nasya karma courses ranges from 7 to 21 days. It differs from each classification of nasya karma. These many days are needed for the action of the drug and achieve required the symptoms because of the quantity of the drug very minimal and continuous stimulations of the olfactory neuron should facilitate the stimulation of nasal cavity. The nasal cavity bounded by the floor, roof, medicinal and the was important anatomical structure considered are mainly the roof floor and the roof. The floor is formed by the horizontal process of the palatine bone. Roof is very narrow and formed by the nasal and frontal bone anteriorly, cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone, and the middle body of the sphenoid posteriorly. The roof of the nasal cavity is formed by the superior tubercle and the cribriform plate. This is a specific plate which forms the floor of the anterior cranial fossa, having a small pores in it. This is the specific area of olfaction formed by the superior tubercle constitution with the special mucous membrane which is called an olfactory membrane. This the olfactory epithelium or the membrane where olfactory receptors are located is also called as the olfactory area. The total area of the olfactions on each side is about 5 centimeters square. The olfactory area epithelium is composed of mainly the following types of cells: supporting receptor and the basal cells. Supporting cells are columnar cells which secrete the mucosa. The receptor cells are those which one end form into the axon on the and the another end facing the mucous layer forms into the cilia which preserve the object smell. The axons join together to the olfactory tract of the olfactory bulb. Applied physiology: smell, taste are generally classified as visceral senses because of their close association with the GI functions. Physiologically, they are related to each other. Both taste and smell receptors are chemoreceptor that are stimulated by the molecule in the solution in mucus in the nose and the saliva in the mouth. However, these two senses are anatomically quite different. The olfactory receptor cells are located in the specialized portion of the nasal mucosa, the yellowish pigment olfactory mucosa membrane. It covers an area of 5 centimeters square in the roof of the nasal cavity near the septum. It contains the supporting cell and the progenitor cells for the olfactory receptors. The interspersed between these cells are 10 million receptor cells. Each olfactory receptor is a neuron, and the olfactory mucous membrane is said to be the place in the body where the nervous system is closer to the internal world. The olfactory neuron, like the taste receptor cells, but unlike most other neurons, are constantly being replaced when with a half time of a few weeks. The olfactory renewal process is carefully regulated, and there is evidence that this situation of bone morphine protein exert an inhibitory effect. The olfactory mucous membrane is constantly covered by the mucosa. This mucus is produced by the Bowman's gland, which are just under the basal lamina of the membrane. The axon of the mitral and the tufted cell pass posteriorly through the intermediate olfactory striatum and the lateral olfactory striatum to the olfactory cortex. The axon terminates on the apical dendrite of the pyramidal cells in the olfactory cortex. The olfactory cortex in humans sniffing activities the piriform cortex, but smells with or without sniffing activates the lateral and the anterior olfactory gray of the frontal lobe. The orbitofrontal activation is generally greater on the right side than the left. Thus, the cortical representation of olfaction is asymmetry. Other five are present to the amalgea, which is probably involved into the emotional response to the olfactory stimulus. And to the anterolateral cortex, which is concerned with the olfactory memories. Mode of action of nasal mucosa is the only location in the body that provide a direct connection between the CNS and the atmosphere. Drug administration to the nasal cavity rapidly transfer through the cribriform plate into the CNS by three routes: the directly by the olfactory neuron, through the supporting cells and the supporting capillary bed, and directly into the cerebrospinal fluids. The drug transport through the nasal mucosa diffusion method. The nasal cavity is covered by a thin mucosa which is well visualized. A drug molecule can therefore quickly be transferred across the single epithelium cell layer directly to the systematic blood circulation without first pass hepatic and the intestinal metabolism. The drug absorption through the mucosal surface is generally efficient because the stratum corneum epidermis, the major barrier to the absorption across the skin, is absent in the nasal cavity. Lipid-soluble drug diffused by the dissolving in the lipidiomatrix of the membrane. A more lipid-soluble drug attain higher concentration in the membrane and diffuses the quickly. Drops spread more extensively than the spray. These three drops covers most of the walls of the nasal cavity with the patient in a supine position and head tilted back. Small unchained particle easily pass through this layer by following process the paracellular transport. It is aqueous route of Transport slow, passive, and only useful for the drugs with the low molecular weight. The transcranial process through transport through lipido route only for the lipophilic drug. The active transport drug also cross the cell membrane by an active transport through the opening of tight junction. The drug transport through the nasal vascular pathway. The nasal tissue is highly vascularized, making it an attractive site for the rapid and efficient systematic absorption. The rich vascular plexus permits topically administered drug to the rapidly achieved affected blood level while avoiding the intravenous catheter. Brain. A molecule come in contact with the specialized mucosa. They are rapidly transported directly into the brain, escaping BBB and achieving very rapid CSF level. Major division of olfactory tract lead directly to a portion of the amalgam called the corticomedial nuclei that lie immediately beneath the cortex in the piriform area of the temporal bone. The olfactory nerve differ from other cranial nerve in its close relation with the brain. The olfactory nerve are connected with the higher center of the brain, that is the limbic system, consisting mainly of the myeloglide complex, the hypothalamus, epithalamus, anterior thalamic nuclei, part of the basal ganglia, etc. So the drug administered here stimulate the higher center of the brain, which show actions on the regulation of endocrine and nervous system functions. In short, there are three mechanisms underlying the direct nose to brain drug delivery. Intracellular transport mediated the route is a relative slow process taking hours of intranasally administered substance to reach the olfactory bulb. In extracellular transport mediated route, the drug which could first cross the gap between the olfactory neuron in the olfactory epithelium, which are subsequently transported into the olfactory bulb. In second route, drug may be transported along the trigeminal nerve to bypass the BBB. After reaching the olfactory bulb of the trigeminal region, the drug may be enter in the other region of the brain by effusion. Possibilities of three veins of pharmacological benefit that occur during the process of Nasikar. Direct absorption in the CSF through the arcuate matter sleeves, which is extended to the submacular mucosal area of the nose along with the olfactory nerve. The venous regurgitation of the blood passing through the olfactory and the facial vein and the through small venules coming into the venous sinuses of the brain, sometimes similar to the Gary Parag Greh Prayog, which can be happen due to the appropriate stimulation of the sensory neuron of the olfactory nerve. This nerve has the potential connection to higher centers of the brain like hypothalamus, limbic system. The conclusion: the nerve cell of the olfactory epithelium project into the olfactory bulb of the brain, which provides a direct connection between the brain and the external environment. The transfer to the brain from the blood circulation is normally hindered by the blood-brain barrier (BBB), which is virtually impermeable to the passive diffusion of all but small lipophilic substance. However, if drug administration can be transferred along with the olfactory nerves cells, they can bypass the BBB and enter the brain directly. The olfactory and the ophthalmic are interconnected. The thoracic T1 is the lower limit of the Nasikarm effect. The lateral frontal bone shears are connected with the Nasi activity and the hydrophilic drug comfortable pass through the nasal mucus. The lipophilic drug with the odorant binding protein OBP are required to pass through. The another choice is the emotional response to cover the olfactory memory cessation on desensitization of the olfactory mediated by CA2 positive acting by the plasmodium on the cyclic nucleotide gated CNG ion channel path. Its specification is through the ब्रह्मनस. नेक्स्ट चैप्टर इज रक्त मोक्षण, जो हम बाद में करेंगे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. ठीक है, आज के लिए इतना काफ़ी है.